out. So while you've been locked in, are you find you're exercising more or less?
More. I'm walking.
So that's probably helping, definitely helping your balance.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I walk every day.
You walk every day? Now, was that something new that you started since the pandemic, or did you always walk every day?
I like to walk.
Okay.
Yeah, I do it whenever the weather is good and stuff. I walk.
Good. How about you, Donna?
I walk every day with Ann.
Okay, good. Now, is there something new you started, or have you always done that?
We always did it.
Okay. Okay. So I know a lot of people.
Somebody wants to say hello.
Hello, Pooch. Somebody else coming in. Teddy? Hello, Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy. He comes up and sleeps in his bed and watches me exercise.
Hi there.
Hi, June. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Good. Very good. So, June, have you been to any of the balance clinics in the past?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is this a new one today at 1 o'clock?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So here you are. Here you are. So we were just talking about exercise. Who's been exercising more or less since the pandemic started?
More.
Good.
Yes.
Good. And how's your balance been past couple months?
Today, and then I also have a couple of exercise classes with the South Windsor Senior Center as well.
Are they doing Zoom classes too?
They're doing Zoom classes too.
Awesome. Awesome.
So, yes, I've been doing both.
I think Zoom has been the best thing ever since this whole thing started.
Oh, thank God
I don't know.
we have it. It keeps us sane. I don't know what I would have done without it.
I know.
I'm used to exercising, used to walking. Well, walking you can walk.
Yeah.
Exercise.
Right.
So this is balance. This is good. I need that.
Yeah, so we'll talk about balance, what it is, how you can improve it, why it's improved for a lot of you that have been exercising with me, especially for all these years. And if it's not improving, why that is too. So that's kind of what we're talking about. I'm also on Facebook, so that's running right now. So if you know anybody that cannot use Zoom or doesn't use Zoom, you can send them over to Facebook. That'll be recording and that'll stay there. So anybody can catch that later on if they weren't able to come on Zoom today. All right?
Okay.
So basically, balance is really a distribution of your weight and enabling you to stand up straight and be upright. Okay? Anybody over the age of 30 really starts to lose some of their physical abilities. Some of the nervous system starts to get less and less as you get over 30. So you might see somebody in even their 40s and 50s who doesn't exercise, their balance starts to deteriorate. So exercise is a huge, huge proponent of keeping your balance and keeping some of your muscle to help keep your balance. So if we challenge ourselves with some reasonable physical fitness activities, practices of some sort, chances are you're going to keep some of your balance. If you do nothing, chances are you're going to lose a lot of your balance, even in your early ages. You know, I've seen people.
Start falling.
Yeah, you start falling. Your gait is off. You start walking funny. I mean, just in normal walking, I've seen people even in their 50s lose their balance and fall. So physical activity is huge in keeping your balance. And then you'll lose it very little late in life. So, I mean, how old are you guys? In your 50s, 60s, 70s? Anybody in their 80s?
Almost.
All right. So how many of you have fallen? Excellent.
I have not.
Nobody has fallen. Carol, you fell?
Yeah, I did. I fell on ice.
Oh, on ice. Okay, but in normal practice, you don't fall. So kudos to you because you exercise and you walk and you do all this stuff. So that's keeping you from falling. Back in the day, 50 years ago, I'm sure people were falling a heck of a lot more because they weren't exercising. So it's so important. And nobody wants to fall. Okay? It's not all in your feet and your brain and your legs, though. A lot of it is in your brain. So if you're influenced, it's also influenced by your attitude. If you have a good attitude, right, you're gonna be more grounded and you're gonna have a better attitude and you're not gonna fall as much. When you're well in life and everything is functioning well, you're solid on your feet. All right. When you're ill, depressed, injured, and in lousy shape, your balance will suffer. As any of you know, if you've been sick or depressed, or anything like that, your balance will suffer. How many times have you been in bed for any number of days? You try to get up. What happens? Your balance is suffering. So,
Yes.
all right. So a lot has a bearing on your balance. So you've got physical balance, you've got mental balance. A lot of it has to do, your mental balance has a lot to do with it. All right. So you need to stay alert to any of your challenges to help you stay steady on your feet. Okay. Questions yet? So life becomes difficult as the body ages. Your nervous system functions slow down, and they're subject to injury and disease. One of the most prevalent, and we talked about this in one of the balance clinics before, one of the most prevalent causes of this speedy decline always occurs because of a new disease that's been fairly new in the past probably 30 years. You know what that new disease is?
What is it?
Sedentary disease.
What is it?
Sedentary disease.
Sedentary.
Sedentary disease. Being sedentary is a disease because being sedentary causes a lot of things to happen. All right? So the nervous system doesn't function well when you're sedentary, and the nervous system shuts down and gets slow. It becomes injured, it becomes diseased because we don't move. You sit on that couch day in and day out, a lot of things happen to your body. Your circulation slows down, your nervous system slows down, and a lot of those things come diseased after a certain amount of time. And then what suffers in the end? Your balance. Okay? General activity is a basic need of the human body. We were made to move. We need to move. Okay? Muscle strength wanes over time, contributing to the likelihood of falling. But muscles can be kept more active, vibrant, and strong because we need to use them. We need to make muscle. We need to use muscle. Muscle is the backbone of our body. We've got a skeleton, but without our muscle to keep that skeleton upright, we're very weak and we can't stand upright without our muscle. Okay? We need muscle in our body, which is why the basis of my classes are lifting weights, because we need to have muscle to be strong. All right? So we use the core of our body to be strong. And the core is not just the abdominal muscles. The core is from our rib cage and our back and our buttocks. That's the core of our body. And that helps us stay up and right. And that helps us balance too. Okay? So that's why in my classes we do squats, we'll do those chair sits, we'll do the wide squats, we do abdominal muscles, we do all that balancing exercise because it uses all those muscles that are important to balancing. So muscle loss is an underlying cause of falls of the elderly. They get thrown off balance easy, they don't have the muscle power to recover, and then they fall. So if you have enough muscle in your body and you get thrown off balance, like on ice or you trip over a rug or something, if you've got enough muscle in your body, you can recover without falling. Okay, if you don't, you get thrown off balance because you can't find the center of your body. Okay, so it's so important to stay strong and to keep that strength in your body. All right. There's 4 mainstays of wellness. Endurance, which is for heart health. Okay, muscle endurance. Your heart is a muscle, so you want that to be strong and endure. Strength, you have resistance strengths for muscle strength. Flexibility, we do some stretching at the end of the class and sometimes during class. Okay, you need stretching for range of motion. Especially bones start to weaken over time, and I think our bones start to get cranky if we don't stretch them. So how many of you, and especially this is one area I see a lot in people that get older, your necks get really cranky. They lose their range of motion. You can't turn a lot to the side. You can't turn a lot this way, especially if you get arthritis. Okay?
Yoga helps.
Yeah, a lot of people start getting arthritis and then they stop moving. So it's important to keep your bones active too. Keep them moving. You know, your shoulders get cranky. You hear them crackling and all that kind of thing. So, you know, range of motion is important. You don't want to go through pain. I talk about that all the time, but you want to try to keep your spine moving. We do rotation. Keep the bones moving because they're meant to move, okay? And balance, again, you need to stimulate that entire nervous system, and balance is stimulating your nervous system. Now, something I just discovered as I was doing some research, which I'm always reading things, they're talking about being barefoot. Now, again, being barefoot is very, a lot of people don't like to be barefoot. They don't like to have shoes off because they might have neuromas on the bottom of their feet or something or other with their feet, especially if they're diabetic. But a lot of the research is showing that if you're more grounded to the floor without having sneakers on, you're activating more sensories up into your buttocks. So you're going all the way up into your leg, up into your butt, where a lot of the muscle contractions are. So say you're trying to balance or you're doing exercises at home. Doing it barefoot or in socks is actually activating more muscle. So if you, in fact, can be barefoot and you're comfortable being barefoot and you like being barefoot, the research is showing that you can be barefoot if you want to exercise that way. Or if you want to practice, say you're practicing some balance work, try it without shoes on. Because your feet are now being grounded to the floor. All of your toes, your entire foot is being grounded to the floor. And you'll discover that a lot more muscle is being activated to try to balance. So it's a thought.
Would you suggest we do your exercise class barefoot?
If you're comfortable, yes.
Okay.
If you want to. Now, if you have any feet problems, I would suggest not to. But if you have perfectly healthy, normal feet, I would say go for it. I do it sometimes. Sometimes I don't do it. And I do have arthritis in one of my big toes, so it does get uncomfortable for me sometimes. When it's settled down, I do it barefoot, or I do it in my socks. But it's amazing how different my balancing is when I don't have any shoes on, because now I can feel the floor. And it's crazy different. It's crazy different. So if you have the opportunity, try some of those balancing things we do in class and try them without your shoes on and notice the difference. You can feel it all the way up into your butt. It's crazy. So that's a thought. Okay. As far as walking, how far do you guys walk? Let's talk about exercise.
12,000 steps a day.
You do?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I do between 3 and 5 miles.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome. You guys are in great shape.
I walk my dogs a half a mile every day because they're little dogs, and then I jog a mile.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yes. A slow jog, kind of like Tim Conway, but I do it. I do a mile in 15 minutes.
I am so impressed.
Very good.
I am so impressed. I am so impressed. That is what's going to keep you guys young and keep you in good shape.
I hope.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Good job. So, if you ever want to increase, say you go around the block or however miles you're doing or however duration you're doing, how would you increase that? So say you're kind of getting bored with it. How would you get a little fitter? Any ideas? Do you ever try to get a little bit further than that?
Yes, I do.
You do. What do you do,
I
Carol?
go 3 times a day.
Okay.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Okay. Do you ever try changing your path?
Yeah.
Always.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Okay. So those are the ideas I'm trying to get at. Either change your path, change your route, so that you're going, instead of always up here, you're going downhill, changing that.
Otherwise, you get bored.
Exactly. And your body does too.
With the same move.
Yeah, your body does too. Have you ever changed what
Linda,
you're doing? What?
If we get lost, can we call you?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, because your body gets so used to one thing. If you do the same thing over and over and over again, your body doesn't change. So it's important to change how long you're doing it, where you're going, how fast you're doing it. So always try to change that up.
Do a few hills.
Do a few hills, absolutely. Run up those hills.
No.
I'm kidding.
No.
We'll let Cliff do that. We'll let Cliff do
Walk
the
up the
running.
hills.
Walk backwards. Okay, so also, if you don't challenge yourself, the other thing that suffers is what? Besides your body, what else will suffer if you don't challenge yourself?
Your mind.
Your brain, exactly.
Your mind.
And that's one thing you don't want to not challenge, is the brain. So even if you're going for a lousy walk, if you don't change something in that walk, your brain will suffer for it. So it's always important to challenge physically and mentally. All right? Okay. So both muscles and nerves require small increments of challenge each day to keep their strength and their integrity. All right? So you become your own coach. Set up a schedule. Start with something that's comfortable. Add a little bit more every time, whether it be maybe once a week, add a little bit more, make a little change every day, whatever's comfortable for you. So if you continue, rain or shine, something, whether you go outside, you can go inside. I mean, it's endless what you can do. And all of these, you know, all the senior centers, I mean, where you can, YouTube, I mean, there's countless things on YouTube, countless things on Zoom that you can do if it's raining out. You know, so we're really lucky that we have all these things at our fingertips now. There's no excuse not to be fit anymore, you know? Okay, so there's also the other thing affects balance is medication too. So if you're on some kind of medications, and vertigo will also affect your balance. So if you've got vertigo, you ever notice anybody get vertigo occasionally? That will affect your balance terribly. So also notice that if sometimes you're getting up and you're feeling vertigo-y, that'll affect it. Some medications you might have to go on will affect it. I know I'm not speaking exactly to you guys because I know you're all pretty healthy, but some people that sit in on these clinics say, you know, I'm on this blah, blah, blah medication, and whatever it is may affect their balance at some point, okay? Inner ear infections will affect your balance too. So know that there can be changes along the way. Just know that some of those things can affect it. The other thing that it can affect your balance would be ankles. Now, if your ankles get stiff, now I know as you get older, you guys are an exception because you're really fit, but some people that sit a lot, their ankles get really stiff. And when we were doing the chair class in the chair a lot, we would sit and we would flex the ankles up and down. It's another thing to do. So if you tend to sit a lot, make sure those ankles get moving. You do ankle circles. You go up and down with the ankles. Your hips need to be flexed. That exercise where we stand and we have the legs open and we go down and up. Keeping those hips open and flexible is super important as a defense against falling. When your hips are tight, your whole body is tight. It gets rigid. Okay, a lot of men tend to have really tight hips. So women can get that too. So that's why doing a squat at that wide stance and going down and up helps keep those hips nice and open. Your step needs to be quick. Older people, when they get tight, they tend to shuffle. You've probably seen a lot of shuffling older people. All right, it's because their hips are tight, butts are weak. They do the old man shuffle, right?
Tim Conway.
Tim Conway. The old man shuffle. Don't want to get into that shuffling things. So keep your ankle circles, do the walking, do the windshield wipers, bend a lot. When you bend over, bend at your hip, do squats to pick things up off the floor. Right? Do we do that? Purposely drop things, squat down and pick them up. We were meant to squat. Right? Everybody do a squat right now. Squat down and pick something up. Go. Disappear. Come on, Ann, get up and squat.
I'm just going to sit here and lift my phone.
Give me a squat. All right.
All right, I'll squat. All right.
Please do.
Bye.
Give me one. All right. That's what I was waiting for.
Give me 20.
Give me a push-up, you. All right. Okay, so where's my other handout? All right, so everybody stand up. Everybody on your feet. You're going to, yes. Okay, so here's your exercise. No chair. Hands up. So to make your balancing easier, remember chest is up, bellies are tight. You have that string at the top of your head. All right, so arms are up so you're not tempted to hold on. Raise one foot. Ready? Focus. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put that foot down. Rest your arms a second. Okay, so now if you find that difficult, you hold on to the chair. All right, ready? Arms up. Other leg. Lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. Let's take the leg out to the side. Carol, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, hold your chair if you need to.
I have trouble hearing.
Want me to get a megaphone, Carol? All right. So chair's there if you need it. Arms are up. You're going to take your leg out to the side. Ready? Lift. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release. Good job. All right, other side. Pull up nice and tall. Other leg, side, lift, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Stay there. Without holding on, put your hands right behind your back. You're going to come up on your toes 10 times. Ready? Lift. Up on the toes and down. 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, 10. All right. Now, let's do just a slow march. So hands on the hips or hands behind your back, whatever you want. And nice and slow. You're going to lift one knee at a time. We're going to do it super slow. Ready? Up. 1. Up. 2. Up. 3. Belly's tight, chest up. 4. Knee up. 5. Knee up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 8. Up. 9. Up. 10. Up. 6. Up. 5. Up. 4. Up. 3. Up. 2. All right, now I want you to take your knee up and I want you to walk backwards for 4. You have room to go backwards? Ready? Knee up, go backwards. Up, 4, up, 3, up, 2, up. Now go forward. Up, 4, up, 3, nice and slow. Up, 2, and 1. Okay, so going slow makes it harder than going fast, all right? All right, so standing still, I want you to put your hands down by your side, and I want you to sway in a circle just from your feet. So you're going to sway, almost like you're a tree, and you're going to tip over. You're swaying in the breeze. Your whole body. Your whole body. Good. All right, go the other direction. So try to sway from your feet. Bellies need to be super tight here because your core is controlling you. Okay, other direction again. So feel this in your core a little bit, in your bellies. All right, now take yourselves down in your chair. Sit forward in your seat. We're going to do that again, except you're going to be seated. All right, so you're forward in your seat. All right, same thing. Sway forward and back. Feel that in your abdomen, and go the other way. All right, you're gonna hold it straight up, and you're gonna go side to side. So shoulders go to one side, shoulders go to the other side. Keep your butt on the chair. Anybody get dizzy?
No.
Good. 4 more. And 1. Okay. Roll those shoulders. Good job. So these are some things you can do at home to keep challenging that balance. You can do grapevine. Everybody know how to do the grapevine walk? Where you get your, these are your feet, so you're stepping one behind the other. Right?
Yeah.
That's another one you can practice. We'll try that in class tomorrow. Okay, that's
Can we
another.
do that?
We don't do it in class, but we can.
Oh, sorry.
We haven't done it in class. I'm just afraid people are going to trip over each other, but we can do it because you're in your own home. We can try it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. The other thing you can do is practice stepping over objects. So if you've got some things at home you can place on the floor, you can put them like 12 inches apart and step over them. That's practicing lifting up and stepping over things. That challenges your ability to step over things if you're tripping over things, all right? To catch yourself as you're tripping, all right? So there's things you can do to challenge yourself as you're falling, all right? I'm going to open this up to questions. No questions? Any challenges we're having?
Okay. How many times a week should we be walking or doing exercises?
If you can do it every day, that's great.
Every day.
Every day if you want to. If you want to take one day off, that's fine too. But the more you move, the better. Absolutely. The less you sit, the better. Sitting is a new disease. Sitting is a disease. All it does is when you're sitting, actually all your posture muscles are dead. You don't have a single posture muscle working. So sitting is the worst thing you can absolutely do. There's not a muscle working in your body when you're sitting. So sitting is the worst thing. When I sit, I never sit in the back of my chair. I'm always sitting straight up. So my back of my chair is way back here. I never sit back. Even when I'm on the couch half the time, I'm sitting straight up because I just feel uncomfortable when I'm sitting back in a chair. I don't sit back on a couch for very long. I'm either sitting up or I'm moving around. It just doesn't, I just feel slouchy. It just starts to hurt, you know?
Okay.
But the more you can move your body, the more you move around, move those muscles, the better off you are. As I can see in all of you. I mean, I've gotten to know you guys, except for you, Jim, because you're new, but all the rest of you guys, from the day you started to now, huge, huge changes because you're moving. And the improvements are crazy.
Yeah,
you might not see it as much as I do, but
yeah, I do. I like it.
Yeah, it's so important. Can't stress it enough. Okay. If there's anything different you want to see in these Zoom classes, let me know. I can change the classes around. I'm trying to, do a variety, starting in the chair, starting up on our feet. But if there's any request, please let me know.
How do we let you know?
You let me know.
How? Now?
Can, sure.
Go, Carol, go.
Lay it on you, Carol.
No. Fine. I think we're all just happy that you were doing it.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
What time is your class tomorrow?
Tomorrow's at 10 o'clock for the Fit and Strong, which is the chair class, and 11 o'clock for the other one.
Okay.
For the tougher
Yeah, you
one.
changed the names.
Yes. Well,
What?
the chair class we changed to Fit and Strong.
Okay.
And then Simple Circuit is now called, I forget.
You changed it.
I keep forgetting.
What was it before? Weak and wobbly?
It was like chair exercise. How boring is that? You are now fit and strong. Oh, the other one is called Power Fitness, I think, at 11 o'clock. I can never remember. Power.
Okay.
I need some ginkgo biloba. I need some ginkgo biloba. I need to get out of the house.
Have a good day.
All right, you too, June.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Linda.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.